wasn't going to do a live stream until I finished my videos, but I did make progress today, so I figured I'd jump on here for just a few minutes and uh, visit with y'all. Let's see. Let me get this going. And all right. Make sure it's sound. All right. Yep. We got sound. We got sound. Now we just need some viewers. Okay. Niels, morning. Is this too much light? Like I've got let's see, turn these lights. That's probably better. I had these lights on whenever I was doing recording for my video, and I had it was daytime, so I had light shining from behind me, and it was way overexposed, and so I had to add more light to the front. Yeah, I thought, yeah, it's better with now that it's dark back here. I've got my one little light from my little robot buddy here, and so I don't need these extra fill lights. And I'm glad because it's kind of bright on my eyes. Like y'all don't know the effort I go through to make good content for you. I got light shining in my eyes. I'm talking to myself all day. It's hard life being a YouTube vlogger. All right. Well, let's see, I can move this lamp out of the way. And move this lamp over out of the way because it's coffee time. Neil Richardson's here. Yeah, we got all the Neils up in here. It's just a big Neil party. Where is my Hello Kitty cup? We'll go ahead and make some coffee. See if anybody else shows up. What do you say? Oh, I probably need to add some water to my coffee maker to make this process happen. But yeah, I didn't really plan on. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna video chat with my wife. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, brother. Enjoy your chat. I'm not gonna tell you to keep it PG because it's your wife, and y'all can choose how to video chat however you want. I don't judge. All right, let's see. Let me get rid of the old pod, get a new pod in here. Are all of these Twix? Oh no, here's one. I've been doing Twix, but this is Nutty Caramel. Let's see what Nutty Caramel does for me. We'll get that thing going. Let's see. Got coffee going. I'm gotta do something about this trash. I made more trash today. And I did get to clean up this whole area a little bit because I was filming with this as my backdrop. So, I kind of made it a little decorative back there for the video. And we got some people coming in, but ain't nobody talking to me. Y'all ain't gonna wait. Okay. Somebody said hi. Who is that? Liz Santiago. Hey, Liz. What are you doing tonight? Where you watching from? And I say night, but you know it may not be night for you until I know where you're from. You know, I'm guessing Santiago. I mean, you're either in a Latin country or from the Philippines. One of those two. Oh, let's get some creaminess and sweetness going here. Well, first let's do it. Let's do a taste test just straight up. I can taste like some nuttiness, but I don't really taste any caramel. It's false advertising. It's supposed to have more caramel. If it says the coffee is nutty caramel, I expect to be hit in the face with some caramel taste. Don't judge me. I always do double sugar because got to stay sweet. You know what I'm saying? All right. Me and Hello Kitty's ready for a chat now. Let's see if. Oh, NSK's what up, Unc? How you, my boy? I'm doing good. How is life in New Zealand? You didn't think I remember that. Hey, nephew, you never gave me a name to call you other than NSK. I guess I can just call you nephew, but you know, if you don't, if you don't mind, you know, give me a name that I can call you. So I've been working on videos all day, and like I said, I was filming, and then I looked at the footage, and the sunshine was coming in, and it was all overexposed, and like my face had kind of in shadows, and just didn't look good. So I had to scrap all that. Then I went to Ace and bought some little oh where we go bought some little lamps to add some fill light, and they're bright, and so I think it turned out pretty good. The footage that I got so far that I've edited into the video, it's progressing. So we've got some people here, but we need to get some likes going. There's people joining, but nobody's saying nothing. And like I said, I've been talking to myself all day. You know, making the video. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but you're not actually there to give me any feedback. So yeah, it's kind of like talking to myself all day. And I'm kind of lonely. Like, I need you guys to talk to me because I've been talking to myself all day. So put some comments. Let me know what's going on with y'all. And oh, Mike said hello, Ray Ray. What's up, Mike? Gorilla Mike, the push-up king. And Mike be doing so many push-ups. He's gonna push the Philippines back down into the sea. Ah, that's good coffee. Reporter says hello. Hello, reporter. Where you from? Mike's laughing. Reporter said hello and hi. Neil said, you missed my previous comment. Okay, about getting confused. Hold on. Neil said, creating confusion. Yeah, with the double Neils. Mike said, good to catch you live. Yeah, I'm a little later than I normally. I normally, when I choose to live stream, it's around 6. But I did say in like my live stream a couple days ago, like I wasn't gonna live stream until I got my video done. So I lied because my video's not done yet. But like I said just a minute ago, like I've been talking to myself all day making these videos, and I was sitting here working on thumbnails, and I thought to myself, I'm kind of bored, and I need to have some kind of human interaction other than the little bit of talking that I did to the 7-Eleven girl when I went to go get some Pepsi. Reporters in the Philippines. I need to sleep. Good night. Have a nice day. All right. Have a good day, reporter. You can subscribe if you like and catch me later. Mike said, you're dressed up today, Ella. Yeah, I forgot I had this on. I've and actually I got my mic down here hidden, but I was this was the outfit that I chose to do my retirement visa videos. Like I'm doing one SRRV video that's like a complete guide. It's like you have no idea. Like I did research, and like whenever I would find something out writing the script, then it would bring up another question, and I'm like, people will have a question about that, so let me go back and find out the answer to every question you could have and add a new section. And so it's going to be a pretty comprehensive video on SRRV. And then I'm also working on another SRRV video, for specifically tailored for veterans. And that one's pretty extensive too. But the plan is like to have them both done and both uploaded, because the main SR video is going to have a link to the veterans video, so if any veterans are watching that video, they can get even more information in the other video. Like it's pretty in depth too. I like yesterday was 100% research day. I would say I spent at least 10 hours yesterday just researching everything to do with the SRRV visa. Let's see if anybody's commenting. What we got? Reporter, I subscribed. Appreciate you, brother. Wow, I'm tight. Mike said, waiting for the ladies' interviews on the sofa. Well, Mike, I thought I had you in charge of recruitment. So, if you find me some ladies to interview, send them over, and we'll do a video. Bert said hi. Hey, Bert. I don't know why I always got to say, hey, Bert. It's the whole Sesame Street thing. Yeah, I know, Mike, you're Army. Reporter said, Mike said, LOL, LOL, cool. Pogie, yes, sir. Good evening, Poe. Good evening, other Pogie. You know, we got Pogie 1, Pogie 2, Pogie 2 in the house. You know, I know I got you on age, so I gotta be like the premier Pogie, and you just you know my understudy. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you about being Pogie. Let's see. Mike said, "Get the likes up." Oh, oh, you can. I got it in vertical mode, so you can double tap the screen. That'll do the trick. Pogie, we're both Pogie, a genuine Pogie. I hear you. You're using a Hello Kitty cup. I realize. Yeah, it's kind of one of my things. Like it's part of now. It's just part of my brand. People expect to see my Hello Kitty coffee cup. That's I gotta wait. Turn it around this way. Yeah, you know when you're secure, when you're secure in your masculinity, then it's okay to drink out of a Hello Kitty coffee cup. All right, reporter. Man, I like I said, I appreciate the subscription. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you. Uh, down the road on another one. Probably when I get back on my normal time, since you go to bed so early. Don't want to stay up late partying with us. Bert said, "You met any Tagaitai hotties out there at the wet market or at the sorry stores?" Um, no. Short answer, no. Longer answer, not really looking. Not really looking, Bert. Um, you know, I uh, so no on meeting the hotties, but you know, um, I've seen lots of beautiful women here in Tagaytay roaming around. There is a college in Tagaytay, so you know, there's those girls that are good to look at, but you know, I would I would never. Uh, I'm not I'm not into, but I'm not looking to have a girlfriend, and if I was, it definitely wouldn't be a really young Filipina. Um, Nothing against them, great girls, just not not my taste, not my taste. Let's see. My last request is to make a live stream with SM, visiting SM. S. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Hold on. Later report. My last request to make a live stream visiting. I don't know what that means, reporter. If you've got a channel, then I'm definitely going to subscribe to it, especially if you've got your subscriptions public, because I'll see like any new subscribers I get on my channel, I always subscribe back. And if you have, uh, if you do a live stream, like I'll definitely support you. Uh, Bert said that was the landlord's kitty mug she left in the bathroom. Um, no, not. There's the landlady. She has some cups and stuff here, but no, this Hello Kitty cup was actually purchased. It was one of a set. There's a my girlfriend. has the other Hello Kitty cup. Um, my Hello Kitty cup has blue in it. I guess that makes it more manly, but SK said, "You much more cute than Hello Kitty." Yeah, SK is always trying to joke like that, but I know SK is a ladies' man. Mike says they're everywhere. Geesh. Bert retracted a message. What was that, Bert? What were you trying to tell me? LOL, I mug. It mug. It mug. Ill mug. Little mug. Something mug. I don't know. Maybe I need stronger magnification on my glasses because I can't tell what that said. Land Lad 6. Mike said Land Lad 6. I don't know who Land Lad 6 is. Does somebody need to? Oh, landlady. Landlady. Oh, LOL. Landlady mug. I get it now. I got the LL. I didn't get the abbreviation for landlady. But no, this was purchased. Whenever I leave, this will go with me. In fact, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of James and Karen's Adventures, their channel. But next month, I'm going to be going down there to visit them. And I already promised Karen that I was going to give her my Hello Kitty cup. And even though I'll probably have to buy another one because, now it's kind of part of my brand, drinking coffee out of Hello Kitty cup. But it's not going to be this specific one because I've already promised it to Karen from James and Karen. That is such good coffee. So what? Mike said, "My bad." Nah, no bad. I'd like if you were Mike, if you were gonna say my bad every time I got confused, you might as well just type it 100 times because I get lost easy in these chats. I sometimes I do a pretty good job of deciphering what someone's trying to tell me. Sometimes not so much. So nobody's bad, you know. Type of coffee. You must not have been here when I was making the coffee. This is Nutty Caramel Donut Shop coffee. Because you know, because that's just sounds like a manly type of coffee. And you know, if you're gonna drink coffee out of a Hello Kitty cup, then it's got to be something like Nutty Caramel Donut Shop. Folgers toilet coffee. Is you saying Folgers is toilet coffee or my Nutty Caramel is toilet coffee? Because this Nutty Caramel coffee is pretty darn good. I got. I thought you here whenever I was making it. Let me get down here low. Oh, no, wait. Where you at? Come over here with me. Do some product endorsements. Hey, I got my Keurig, and then this is Twix Donut Shop coffee, but I always have the Twix, but I found some nutty caramel down there, and so I made that up. All right, where's everybody at? I guess I haven't hit on a subject that's interesting yet. Mike said, be like that sometime. Yeah, it do. Like I came on here because I was tired of talking to myself. I want to talk to some people, so I need some people. Put some comments. Oh, Angel. Angel Baker says, "What's up, Ray? What's up, girl? Uh, remind me again. Are y'all coming over in October? Uh, Texas girl coming over to Guy Tai soon with her husband." Mike said, "You are public." Yeah, public. Bert said, "You mentioned about the SRRV special retired visa." Angel said, "Fixing to head to town. Yes, we will be in Tagaytay for 13 nights." And that's in October. I got to know when I got to be ready. Um, there's because I'm next month in September, like I'm gonna be gone for probably about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm traveling down to Iloilo and Aklan and Rojas City and Bacolod, and then coming back to Tagaytay. So I got to make sure that I'm here when you're there. Oh, November 29th. Yeah, I'll be here. Oh, October 29th. I'll still be here. We'll do some Halloween stuff. Yeah. I'm not dressing up like a lady boy. Let's see. Hands and feet. All right. I'm gonna choose. Bert said SRRV. Yeah. What's the question about the SRRV? Angel said we want to go to Rojas City. Rojas City down in near Iloilo, like on. I mean, that's south. Like we can definitely go. I don't know if you want to go because of Mike from That Philippines Life. He's got a bar down there called the Canadian Beaver, and but when y'all get here, if y'all want to go again, like I'll be your traveling buddy, drinking buddy, your buddy, just hanging out. I ain't got nothing better to do. Bert said, "Tell us what you know because I want to retire there someday." Well, Bert, I am gonna have that video out. Like I'll probably stay up late tonight working on it, and then tomorrow, and I will. It's going to be released in the next couple days because I definitely have to get the SRRV complete guide out there because it has a warning, that for the SRRV classic visa, like the rates are going to go up, like the deposit from 10,000 to 20,000 and in September. So, but Bert, I don't know if you're ex-military, if you've got a pension or disability, or I don't know your situation, so I don't know which visa would be right for you. So let me know, and I'll try and help you. Let's see. Angel said, "Rojas, we would like to visit the Canadian Beaver." Yeah. I cannot type today. Mylanta. Are you ready for football? I am. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm ready to be up till 2 a.m. watching noon football. That's You know, that's the way it is over here. You gotta completely adjust your schedule to watch football. Um, like the alternative is, to to watch the game, later when you wake up. But the key to that is, you can't look at your phone at all when you wake up and just start watching the game because, uh, you know, uh, I've got so many alerts about the Saints. Like if I opened my phone, I would see something that like tells me how the game went, and then there's no point watching it. So I either have to stay up really late to watch the games, or like I said, make sure not to touch my phone before I get a chance to watch the game. Wait, did you stop following me? Come over here. Oh my Lanta, you've never heard that before? It's a clean saying for oh shit. Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was wondering. Oh my Lanta. See, you didn't put the oh. You just said my Lanta. Okay. So you got. Wait. Dang, spoiler alert. Yeah, yeah, no, I can't look at my phone during football season, as like and see we're a day ahead. So, you know, I actually have to watch the game, it's like early Monday morning. I remember when, the Saints would play at, the 3 o'clock game, and so I'd be up at, you know, 4 a.m. or no, 2 a.m. Yeah, I'd be up at 2 a.m. to start watching the game, and it takes like the worst is starting to drink whiskey at 7 a.m. because that's when the Super Bowl starts, and I mean, you got to have some drinks when you're watching the Super Bowl, and if it's 7 o'clock in the morning, then you got to do what you got to do, because that's what I did this past Super Bowl. Bert said, "I'm retired military. I heard that if your pension is 1,000 and above, you are not required to have a 10,000 deposit in your bank." That is correct. If you For a single person, I'll give you a quick rundown. For it, it's called the uh, SR, SSR, SRRV, um, extended courtesy visa, and that's for certain government employees and certain ex-military from different countries, U.S. being one of them. And for that visa, you'll put in a $1,500 deposit into a Philippines bank. Um, and you haven't come over here yet, Bert. So before you do, here's what you need to do. This is your first step. All right, and the video will be coming out in a few days. Like, there's no rush for you because um, really the visa uh, that's geared for military, ex-military vets is not really going to change. But here's what you need to know. Okay, you want to get a copy of your DD 214, your pension uh, letter. It also works if you have a VA disability. You can get your VA disability, whatever it is, for a single person. Your pension or VA disability payment has to be $800 or above. It's 1,000 for a couple. If you're a couple coming over, and so but you've got to get your DD 214, your paperwork that shows your you know your pension. You got to get a police clearance in the U.S. Go to the like I said, this will be all in my video. The FBI website to you'll download a fingerprint card and get it printed on stock paper. Go to like local police department, and they'll be able to give you a fingerprint. You send that to the FBI, and you'll get that back. So police clearance, and that's probably the one that takes the longest. So I'd get started on that one first. Police clearance, the DD 214, your pension. I think that might be. And if you're married, then you would have to get marriage certificate from your state, wherever your state is. Okay, with all those documents regarding to your military, you're going to send those to the State Department to get apostilled. APOSTILLE. To get an apostille, it's basically like a notary from the federal government. It's like more official. I could go into the history of the Hague Convention, where countries made like the apostille agreement, but I'm not going to go into all that. The only thing you need to know is there's any documents that are from the U.S. need to be apostilled from the State Department, except for a marriage certificate. That gets an apostille from the state that it was valid. You'll get it from the secretary of that state's office apostilled. All this will be in the video. And the charge for apostille is $20 per document, and it probably take I would say at least 3 weeks, unless you pay for a courier service. And if you've got the time, I would just mail it and wait. And then you're gonna put in a $1,500 deposit into a PRA, which is the Philippine Retirement Authority, PRA approved bank, and and show that documentation. You don't need that apostille, because any documents from the Philippines, they'll accept those. From the Philippines, you'll get a police clearance from the NBI, the National Bureau of Investigation for the Philippines. You'll get a medical exam in the Philippines, to be medically cleared, things that would exempt you as like active tuberculosis, and it'll all be in the video. And then what else do you need? The fee is $1,400. So the application fee is $1,400. Then you'll put $1,500 in the bank. Now, the difference between the veterans deposit of $1,500 and like the classic, everybody, like regular people deposit of $10,000, which I think is going up to $20,000 in September, is that with the classic visa, the one with the $10,000 to $20,000 deposit, after a certain period of time, I think it's like 60 days. I think it's 60 days, 30 days, might be 30 days. You can use that money to put towards like the purchase of a condo or like for shares in a golf club, something like that. With the veterans deposit, that $1,500 stays in the bank. You can't use it for any kind of investment. It stays in the bank as long as you hold the SRRV visa. Now, if you ever decided to give that visa up, like you wanted to move somewhere else, then you get your $1,500 back. It's like you don't lose it. It's still yours. You just can't use it. It stays in the bank. But anyway, I hope all this was helpful for like a quick overview. And now I'm gonna catch up to comments. wait. All right. So hey Ray, thanks for the loner blow up doll. Didn't you just you said this last time? So yeah, no problem. Just clean up the blow up doll and send it back. Angel Vega said we can have naps after the games from drinking that early. Yeah, no, well, I didn't have a nap. I got a little bit tipsy. We started playing spades. Shit popped off. Spades. What? Lucky they didn't have some dominoes. Bert said, "Is it either or pension or VA?" Thanks, Ray. It's either or. Like if your pension is above for a single person above 1,800, that works. For VA disability, I think I looked at it and it was like I don't remember if it's 40% or 50%. Would put you up above the required level. So either or. PVC on the way. What's up, my brother or sister? I have no idea what that emoji is, but hey. Bert said, I look forward for that. Many thanks. You again. What military did you retire? I'm not retired. I was in the Navy. While I was, and my dad was career Navy, so I grew up, Navy brat. And then whenever I was old enough, I joined the Navy. And my first wife, when it was getting time for me to re-enlist, I was going to be going to Sardinia. La Maddalena, Sardinia was my next duty station from Charleston, South Carolina. And she caught pregnant before then, so she didn't want to go overseas being pregnant, especially La Maddalena, because there's no Navy hospital. She would have had to stay like mainland Naples, Italy, at the hospital there while she was pregnant, and didn't want to be that far away from her mom. So long story short, I had a kid on the way, and so I went ahead and got out of the Navy, and became a civilian. Bert said, "Were you receiving disability?" I am receiving disability. That is how I am able to be over here at. It's weird saying 56 is young, but as far as being fully retired, then yeah, I feel fortunate to be not working anymore at 56. But my VA disability is enough to support me in this luxurious lifestyle. Bert said, I was a Navy brat. My uncle dragged me to join the Army. Okay. Well, you know, we're all brothers in arms. Like, uh, I know that there's a lot of times, you know, military members will tease each other about, you know, whatever. There's like, oh, you know, the Army's better than the Navy, Navy's better than the Army. Nobody likes the Coast Guard, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you know, we're like I said, we're like brothers. You know, we fight amongst ourselves, but if someone attacks my brother, I got his back. So that's how I feel about the different branches of the military. Let's see. Are you receiving SSID? No, no, just VA disability. Um, you know, I've got not to go over all of, but uh, main one for my disability is bradycardia, is like low heart rhythm, and it stems from when I was in the Navy. I suffered heat stroke, and it affected me. So uh, yeah, the more you know, just letting you into Ray's world. I've got nothing to hide. All right, let's see. We have caught up on chat. I'm surprised I haven't had any girls come in here flirting with me yet. That's normally that's normally how it goes. But maybe it's because it's at a different time. Uh, maybe by it's, it's after 10 o'clock. Maybe, well, for the Filipina girls, like it may be late for them to be up chatting, and then same with like all the Indian girls. Uh, how far is the Canadian Beaver from you? Um, it's quite a ways. Uh, I'd have to look. Um, it's gonna involve uh, if y'all want to go to the Canadian Beaver. Probably quickest way is going to involve us uh, going to Manila, uh, taking a flight to Iloilo, and then getting transportation from there to the Canadian Beaver, which would probably be, um, I don't know, I think it's like 2.5 hours from Iloilo. I want to say Rojas City, something like that. But so from here, we're talking about, you know, about an hour and a half, 2 hours to the airport. Probably 2 hours. Let's say 2 hours. So 2 hours to the airport. The flight out of Manila would probably be to Iloilo. Not a lot. Um, you know, I would be surprised if it was over $50. And so would fly to Iloilo. From Iloilo, you know, jump in whatever. Like I'll figure it out. Like what we have to do to get to the Canadian Beaver, because I'm gonna have already made that trip before you get here. So I'll scope it out. Like I'm gonna I may mess up on my first trip there, but I'll learn from it. I'll figure out, you know, what I should have done, and that's what we'll do when you guys come. Angel, did any of that make sense? Because yeah, the Bert said, you know the complete address. And he said, you'll be the guinea pig. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm going to get there. And uh, it'll be, you know, it'll be easier for me because, like, I never have to be in a hurry to get anywhere because, you know, I'm here for the rest of my life. And I know you guys are, going to be on more of a time crunch to try and get as much in on this trip as possible. So, you know, I'll find the most streamlined version, like at least however much that exists in the Philippines. Like, expect delays. Yes, sir. You know the complete address. I do not, Bert. I don't know what address you're asking me about. Um, I don't know what address you're asking me about. So if you can clarify that for me, I'll try and answer. Uh, but yeah, we. Okay. Angel said we're going to want to cruise around to Gaitel also to look for homes, areas, etc. Yeah, and November that gives me time. Like I'll do my trip in September. I'll come back. Well, no, you said October, the end of October. So before y'all get here, like I will get on Facebook and try and contact some different agents and like see what's available so that you guys can have a few different places. Like we'll talk about it before you come. You can kind of tell me like what you're looking for, and I'll help you look from this end to where you can like go check some places out and see where it's go from there. Do, do, do. Oh my goodness. What was I getting up for? Oh, after drinking coffee, and this is so good. That's what I wanted. Needed some Pepsi. Just a little bit, just that much. And I'm telling you guys, if you've never tried this, it's highly recommended. You make yourself a cup of coffee, you drink the coffee, and then just like a little bit of Coke or Pepsi, whatever you like. Oh, it's so good because it still has that coffee smell in the cup. So you're smelling the coffee, and then the Coke taste with the coffee smell. It's just magical. Oh, that's good stuff. Let's see what's going on here. Well, I have got over double the likes of the people that are actually here. So you guys like me a lot. I just can't get anybody else to comment. I got like just just Bert and Angel. There's probably like maybe Niels or something is probably uh, like in the background, just letting it play and not commenting. And there's people that do that they'll say hi, let me know they're there, and then they just let the live stream go and not say anything. But I'm glad. I'm glad you showed up, Angel. I don't think I've seen you on one of my live streams before. So it was surprising to me. And like I said, we'll coordinate before you guys come. I know y'all got a lot that you want to do on that end. And like what I'll ask you about your plans, like on Messenger or something. I'm not gonna ask a lot of personal questions on a live stream about, you know, more detailed plans. And I'm looking kind of chunky today. And see, I've been trying to lose some weight. I was at, what was it? I forgot, was it 86 kilos? Anyway, it worked out to be like right at 190 pounds. And I want to be at like 175. But I, and I weighed myself yesterday. I was at like 115.9, or not 115, 85.9. So then I went down to 85.3. Then today I was back up to 86.6 or something like that. So well, Angel said something and then decided not to say it. Were you talking about me being fat? Huh? I've been on another live of yours a couple weeks ago. Okay, yeah, I think I remember that. I mean, I've done quite a few lives since then. You know, got to keep the audience happy. It's you're not fat, son. It's refreshing to have a woman in here commenting that I know is not hitting on me, because that's a rarity in my live streams. Normally, normally it's just a lot of girls that are trying to flirt with me, and normally I think they just do it to make me blush, but apparently they think I'm guapo. But Amy said, I'm hoping to slim down once I get there. A lot of walking. Yeah. You can definitely get your walking in, especially if you stay here, like that area, out my window, like that is such a nice place to walk. Like, I don't know, it just relaxes me. It's quiet down there. It's all green, and normally the skies are, when it's not raining, the skies are blue with big white fluffy clouds, and yeah, it just like just walking there like gives me a sense of serenity, as just peaceful and stress free. Yeah, I love it here. I believe y'all will too. Said, I have nothing but dirt roads to walk here. I'm looking forward to concrete. Well, yeah, and it's, for the most part, it's good here. But one thing you're going to learn is in the majority of the Philippines, if they have sidewalks, then, you got to be careful, because, they're sidewalks here are worse than roads in Louisiana. You know how roads in Louisiana are. It's like broken concrete, and you gotta be careful to keep from tripping over the sidewalk. But here in Tagaytay, for the most part, sidewalks are great. Now there's places, you know, um, like in the city where there are some broken sidewalks, but it's not much that I've found. Not like Manila or someplace like that. Louisiana roads are absolutely horrible. I dread going over the Lake Charles to the casinos because of the roads. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell me. Like, you go from Louisiana, you're like, and then you cross over in Texas, and you're just smooth. So, but we got better food. uh, I'm not gonna have the coon ass versus barbecue discussion, or crawfish boil versus barbecue. I would choose crawfish boil. Just saying, like, you know, you can have barbecue anytime, but crawfish, that's where it's at. Mm, 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 mm. I can't have anything spicy whatsoever, so I'll stick with barbecue. What about spicy barbecue? I like it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of dishes that I make that are not at least a little bit spicy. Like at the minimum, they're black pepper spicy. Like my sausage gravy. Like it's got, I got to have some black pepper in it. It just doesn't taste right. Um, yeah, I can make some hot water cornbread. That's not spicy. No, what is it? Getting a getting a phone call. I gotta. Wait, this thing stopped following me. All right, what's going on? Frankie will love your cooking. I'll just drink then when we're over. Okay. Well, that'll work too. All right. LeBron joined LA as. Wait, this thing is not following me. Why is this thing not following me? LeBron joined LA as Warriors dynasty began, avoiding finals loss. He would either beat the Warriors in the playoffs and win the finals, or lose and never make it to the finals, which he would lose. Okay, glad to hear, RH, with your random comments. Uh, uh, I don't know much about basketball, and anyway, hold on. No, anyway. All right, are you prior service? Yes, sir. I was in the Navy, boatswain mate. How about yourself? What were you in the service? RH? Where are you from? Where are you talking to me from? Navy, cool. All right. Are you all right? Are you subscribed? Subscribe. Army. Okay. Yeah. Who else was in the army? I haven't heard. He hasn't. Bert was in the army. So where are you from? RH. Angel said, Ray, I got to run to HEB for a curbside pickup. Chat later. Yeah, maybe. Well, it'll be evening time for you, like, because I'm normally up around 6 a.m. So, try me a well. Just send message anytime on Messenger, but I don't expect me to answer probably before six a.m. Okay. All right. Said I was hoping you'd say Air Force because I was gonna say, why didn't you join the military? That's funny. Yeah, I used to. Oh, you live in Manila. Cool. Yeah. We used to joke. Because I was saying earlier, like all of the armed forces, we're like brothers. We rag on each other, but when it comes down to it, we got each other's back. And but we used to joke, because I was in the Navy and like we're not that physically active in the Navy either. I used to make a joke like for PT, the Navy would go bowling, and the Air Force would keep score. That was their PT. But actually, the Air Force has gotten more physical over the years. I lived in Shreveport, Bossier City, and Barksdale Air Force Base is there, and you know, we'd always see like the Air Force guys running and doing PT. But you never see an Air Force base that doesn't have a golf course. So, all right, said I was stationed in Saudi Arabia and met my wife. Was working there on contract as a nurse. Well, that's awesome. And how long have you guys been married? I'm just anxiously awaiting the reply. This is fascinating to me. Well, we got. Oh, waiting for. Well, I'm waiting for RH to answer. Uh, I guess I could take take the phone over here and reply. I'm 92 and she's 27. Yeah, you didn't meet her. You making a joke? Making a joke? RH. Nearly all the nurses in Saudi Arabia come in from PI contracts. Absolutely. Like everybody knows Filipinos make the best nurses. But the whole 92 and 27, I would believe that if like it would be impossible for you to be in the service and her be a nurse with that type of age gap. I can't believe you're taking me serious with all my random comments. The blow up doll disqualifies me from anyone taking me serious. Yeah, I'm just going with whatever conversation you're trying to have, RH. Uh, I don't take things too seriously myself. I'm just here having a good time. You seem like you want to have a good time, and with your comments and everything, and I'm here for it. Like I've always said, like anybody can say anything to me, and I'll never take offense. Uh, Only if I'm not being serious about the age gap, but joking about the usual age gap. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I think I was saying. saying earlier in this live stream, like, um, I'm not, you know, if I was looking to date, I definitely wouldn't be trying to date a really young woman. It just, like, they're good, they're fun to look at, but yeah, I wouldn't date some 20 something year old girl. Since you were in the Navy, does your husband live in the Philippines as well? Uh, nah, I had to leave all my male admirers back in the States. There's too many of them. I mean, come on, this is a this is a gay man's dream right here. I've got all this style. I'm luckily none of my usual live stream watchers are here because they know I was trying to quit smoking, and and I started cheating today. So I've got to quit again. This is my, what is it, my third time breaking my streak. You know, I'll go about a week. First I went 2 weeks when I quit, and then started back, smoked about a week, quit for a week, smoked a few days, quit for a week, and then I broke down again. So hopefully be hopefully one of these times it'll catch. But for now, I still oh man, I've lost lots of people. Let's see if anybody comes in here and wants to tell me something good. Maybe if I'm quiet, maybe if I'm quiet for a minute, someone will say something to get me talking. Man, I love the weather in Tagaytay. I don't know, RH. I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you're actually in Manila or if that was just part of an elaborate story. But to you know, have the payoff age gap joke. But if you are in Manila, I don't see how you handle it. I can't deal with heat. I like the cool air. Like, it's just, I mean, it is awesome right now. And it's quiet here. Like, I can hear crickets. It's like cool, there's crickets. It's very peaceful. Crickets definitely beat dogs barking and roosters. I can tell you that. Let's see. All right. Well, I'll wait for some people to come in here and comment on my butt or something. All right. Well, I guess as long as I got people in here, I'm getting watch hours. That's something. But it's a lot more fun when people are talking. So we're just gonna relax. We're gonna do the live stream from the bed because it's almost 11 o'clock. So I should probably, yeah, people are leaving. I can probably go ahead and end this live stream. Just a little short one, just to, you know, talk to a few people. So I will sign off by saying, who dat? I love you all.